What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, the Gauntlet Series continues for the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds. Their opponent in this one will be the Soundcore Liberty 4s. This should be a really good head-to-head. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, we are back in. The Gauntlet Series continues for the ATH-TWX9s. They're going up against the Liberty Fours. And from moving on, we're just going to continue. We're going to consider these, or we're going to refer to these earbuds as the X9s. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into price and specs. First, we're going to start with the Liberty Fours. As you can come in at $149. You can get them on Amazon as well as Soundcore's website. Holidays are coming, so there may even be some sales for these ones. As far as Bluetooth version, they come with Bluetooth 5.3. As far as codec support, they support AAC, SBC, and LDAC. So you do get a high res audio from these guys. As far as noise canceling, they do have an adaptive ANC technology in there for these earbuds through their Hear ID software. As far as battery life, these earbuds can get you up to 9 hours of playback time on a single charge. If you add the case, you can get up to 28 hours of playback time. The case does support a quick charge. 15 minutes will give you 3 hours of playback time, and it also supports wireless charging. As far as water resistance, the earbuds are rated at IPX4. Uh, as far as special features, they do have an in-ear heart rate sensor within the earbuds. They also support 360 spatial audio and multi-point pairing and connecting. Okay, now we moving on over to the ATA or the X9s, as I said we are going to refer to them. Excuse me. They do come in at $300, $299 to be exact. You can get these on Audio-Technica's website as well as Amazon. Now, as for the Bluetooth version, they do come in with Bluetooth 5.2. As far as codec support, they support AAC, SBC, aptX, aptX adaptive, and Snapdragon sound. So these guys are very most definitely future proof for update for as far as high res codecs go with that Snapdragon sound. As far as battery life, the earbuds can get up approximately 6 hours of playback time on a single charge, with up to approximately 18 and a half hours with a playback time with the case. As far as uh, wireless charging, the case does support it, but there is no mention of quick charge support for the earbuds with the case. So we're going to call that a no on that one. Okay, unless uh, Audio Technica comes up with more information on that in the affirmative. If they do, I will post it in the description below. If that happens to be the case. All right. As far as water resistance, the earbuds do are rated rather at IPX4. As far as special features, they have multi-point pairing and connecting, and also the case has a antibacteria sterilization feature within the earbuds, or excuse me, within the case to keep these guys nice and fresh every time you pull them out to go ahead and utilize them. Okay, so of course both earbuds feature packed, specs is on point. Let's continue. All right, let's go ahead and pull one of each of these guys out, and we'll take a look at their form, their shape and size. Both of them supporting the stem style form factor, and these are both some of the smaller, on the smaller end of it, as you can see here. Looks like the uh, excuse me, the Liberty Fours are just a hair bigger, long or taller than the X9s. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at the Liberty Fours here. Again, you got the gloss finish here. Of course, you got the squeeze technology for the on the stems. I love the branding, and of course, the ear tips are custom for these earbuds. And of course, you got your heart rate sensor right inside there. Nice ergonomic feel once you have these in your ear, and it looks like it's just all one unibody, just one piece, all molded, all crafted together. Looks very, very nice. Uh, Very light earbud in the when you hold it individually. It's a very light one, despite the features and things that are packed inside. A very good, very nice earbud. All right, let's go ahead and switch over to the X9s. Again, nice, a nice compact device, earbud here. Um, Future rich. It's got the in-ear sensors just like the Liberty 4s do, although I didn't point it out on the Liberty 4s. Okay, of course you have the little the little squeak touch button control here that you actually use to actuate functionality, and of course you have the touch pad here. So you got a combination of both to get your desired function to actuate and everything like that. Again, I do like the matte black, and I call it the burnt bronze or dark bronze contrasting colors. Looks very, very sophisticated, very, just very classy looking earbud. Uh, Looks like it's just its own form. It's just takes it up on its own. This it looks like it takes cues from some, but then came and just took it and made it its own as far as the look and the aesthetic of it. Again, a very another light earbud. I think they're both light, but I would say that the X9s may be a tad bit heavier. I'm not sure. I don't have no scale here to prove to put them down on, so I'm just going by how they feel in my hands. And the X9s do feel just a little bit heavier. All right, but still, you wouldn't know it once you have them in the air. Speaking of in the air, let me go ahead and drop these in. We'll take a look at some pictures of the earbuds in ear. Let me grab my phone here. All right, let me grab my pointer slash stylus. All right, so here we go. As you can see, the Liberty 4s does not take up a lot of airwell space here, but they do twist and lock in. And again, not a long stem on them, so they stay nice and discreet in the air. A very nice fit. Again, very comfortable because of their weight and, or I guess the weight distribution of it. And you just is just a really nice clear. I never had any type of ear fatigue or experienced anything like that, or uh I guess block or like feel like pressure build up in the ear canal, because I usually do move up to a larger ear tip if I don't have the comply foam option available. So I went up with the larger ear tip, and they're very comfortable in the ear. Really enjoy listening to them when I have them on, of course. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the X9s. All right, as you can see here, you've got again another small stem. Of course, you've got your push button here, your to actuate any type of function. Of course, and then of course you have your touchpad there. Again, as you can see, doesn't take up a lot of airwell, but does give you a nice secure fit. Again, I went in and uh, switch the ear tips to a larger one that get better sealed that way, as I said before. But as you can see, very nice, very comfortable ear. Both of these earbuds are very comfortable for wearing long periods of time. I have to admit, no ear fatigue, no pressure in the ear canal, like I said with the Liberty 4s. So again, another very comfortable earbud. All right. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and go take get get the apps up and running. We're gonna first start with the Liberty 4s and see what their app has, and we'll go from there. All right, so stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. We've got the Liberty 4s already paired up, and let's go ahead and jump into their app. All right, as you can see here, you've got the picture of the earbuds, the name of the earbuds, and the battery level of both left right earbuds and the case. All right, of course, ambient sound. You got your Hear ID ANC, which is through the software. And of course, if you tap on that, you can go ahead and go into your modes. You can go ahead and use this dial to go from strong to moderate to weak and everything. So we go to strong here. Of course, down here, if you want to do adaptive mode, you can go ahead and switch that, which will automatically switch it depending on your location and the sound around you. I just have it on manual mode, so I'll go ahead and switch it there. And of course, if you do transparency mode, you can go ahead and switch that between full transparency or vocal mode, where you just hone in on voices. I use full transparency because I like to hear everything around me. And then, of course, you got your sound effects here. You go in here. This is where you can go ahead and turn on LDAC if your phone supports that or your device supports LDAC. You can utilize that. You can utilize spatial audio. And here, what's in here, you can either do head tracking or fixed. Then, of course, you can select which mode, either music mode or movie mode. And of course, you got the Hear ID, which you got to go through the Hear ID settings. And then you can create your own profile there, or you can go to advanced settings and then you can do initial curve. You can do a custom one and do a favorite music genre. All right. And of course, you got your default signature one. If you select that, tap on it again, you can select any of the default ones. All right, we are back in. Had a little bit to do, take care of family wise. So, like I was saying, you can go ahead and choose from any of your default settings if you would like to, or you can go back out and then go to custom EQ, where you can go ahead and create your own EQ settings. I have my own saved here. As you can see, that V shape always did like that. Gave me some good sound. All right, you can also, right now I have it set to 0 for test, and of course you can add more custom EQs to your liking. All right. Now moving on, we got your controls. Right here, you can go ahead and select, you can actually program the controls for the left and right earbud as far as the press. You got single, double, triple press. You can go ahead and manipulate those for the left and right earbud. All right, you can do them for whatever you want them for. And then, of course, if you go up here into the right upper right corner right here where the gear is, you tap on that. This will tell you your squeeze force, how hard you want it to be to squeeze in order for those to work. All right, I have mine set to normal. You can go as soft or extra. Was it extra soft or softest to firmest? So that way it will change for you there. All right, depending, it'll give you that exactly how hard you want to press in order for it to activate. All right. Then moving on down, you have your wellness app here, where it will, you have them in your ear. You'll be able to, uh, meter, count your calories, the duration of your workout. You can start your exercise there. And then of course you get your heart rate, and then of course your stress level and everything like that. And then of course your posture, basically exactly how long are you sitting, what slouched or anything like that. It would tell you, okay, you've been sitting that long. You're sitting that long for a while. You need to straighten your neck up. That will actually help your posture. If you straight lift your head up and straighten your neck, it helps with your posture and everything. So that's a nice app to have. You don't see that too many. You don't see that in many of them. I know I don't know if the Apple AirPods don't have it exactly in there in the AirPods. I know their phone has it. Samsung's phones have it, but I don't think any of their actual earbuds have this feature. So that's a very cool feature to have there. All right. Whoops, let me go back. I'm sorry. Okay, so then if you go up here in the upper right, the gear button here, then you can go in, you got your fit test, in-ear detection, your dual connection. You can turn that on. It's that way you can connect to two different devices. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna connect that to my Tab S8 also. So now I'm connected to both devices. But mind you, if you're using LDAC, the multi-point function this will be turned off. It turns off by default because when you're using LDAC, you cannot have multi-point connectivity. Of course, you got your prompt tones. You got your power off option here. I have mine set for 30 minutes. Then of course, and then you move down, you got about the excuse me, you got about, it'll tell you about the device, and then of course your firmware update, and then the user manual. All right, and that is a quick rundown of the app for the Soundcore app for the Liberty 4s. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get these swapped out. We'll put the X9s on connected, and we'll go through their app. So stay strapped in. All right, we are back in. As you can see, we've got the X9s already paired up. All right, let's go ahead and jump into their app. We already got that queued up. Here we go. And as you can see, you got the name of the device at the top. You got a picture of the device here. You got their battery levels for each, the left and right earbud. They give you the actual codec that it's currently operating with. As you can see here, it's APTX. You've got your equalizer option here, and you, of course, you've got your noise canceling function here. Down below, you have, let me go ahead and back this up a little bit. Get down there. All right, here you got your volume rocker, or slider rather. And of course, if you hit the up arrow here, you can slide it up and down to tell you exactly what it is. The 16, 32, and 64 step, as they call it here, I believe these are volume settings. I tried playing with them, and the higher it went, the lower it got, in my opinion. But I'll play with that a little bit later on. And of course, you got your play functions. If you hit this arrow here, then you go into where you got the full deck, the full set. You got the play, pause, skip, and reverse option, and then of course the volume rock slider stays underneath there. All right. Now, if you go in here, up here, you notice there's an arrow here. You hit tap on that. It'll take you into the settings where you can customize everything. Here under audio, you've got your volume adjustment, which I just showed you. All right. Again, with the 16-bit, 16 steps, 32 steps, 64 step option there. Okay. And then, of course, moving on, you got your codec. It's right now is currently using, like I said, APTX. Now we saw these out on the main page, but if you go in here, you can go ahead and select which type of codec you want to use. I have AAC, APTX adaptive options available to me. However, I have it set to auto, so it will automatically switch to which codec I want to use. I could use, which is I think is very cool. All right. Then of course you got your ambient controls, which is your noise canceling. If you tap on that, you go into noise canceling. You can do it a hear through, which is their version of transparency, and then you also have off. But then you can also personalize your settings. You can select to like different types of settings. Right now, you can do like as far as airplane, home, I guess there's different versions. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's jump in real fast, see what options we have. All right, you got the train, you got on the go, which basically I guess you're outside on the streets and everything. So office study, and then of course you got home, and then of course you have optimize, which will just give you the optimal level of noise canceling if you want. All right, so right now what I would do, I'm gonna go ahead and just set it to study, office study. All right, we're gonna see how that works out. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna do optimized. Let's do optimized. Yeah, we're gonna go back into optimized. All right, we'll allow it to determine for us on this one. I like the fact that this app offers you these features as far as how you want to use your what type of noise canceling you got. All right, optimize complete. What type, exactly, instead of like strong, mild, medium, and everything, it says, okay, how do you want your noise canceling optimized? You want it optimized for these different types of scenarios. I like the fact that they have that on there. I can't wait to see that on other apps coming soon. Okay, all right, and then of course then you can go ahead underneath. You can personalize it yourself with and configure the settings for your noise canceling if you want. If none of those uh approved to you. All right, then moving on, got the quick hear through option. We tap on that. I have it set to neutral. You can set it to it has or strong. You can set it, as loud as you want. Right now I have it set to neutral, so it's just it's a neutral sound, not too strong as far as letting all my surrounding sound come in. As far as the music playback volume when you're in that quick hearing mode, hear through mode, I have it set to lower the volume. That way, I still hear what I'm listening to while I'm having a conversation. Or I don't, or you can go ahead and select mute, which will just stop your audio altogether when you're in that function. All right. Then you got your equalizer setting. Again, we saw the link on the main page, but if you slide in here, you can go ahead and you can actually adjust these to however you want. You can go ahead and create your own type of sound. You can go ahead and save it. You can create a name for it. Just like on the Soundcore app, you can go ahead and you can do whatever you want to do with it. I'm just doing something real fast here. All right, and we save it. RP sound. All right, now it's saved. Then of course we're gonna go ahead and of course I got other ones going on here, so we can go ahead and hit original. Get back to here because when we test it, we're gonna be testing just how good the drivers and the earbuds are naturally right out of the box without any settings. So we're back to that. All right, then of course you got low latency. You can go ahead and select that for like if you're playing games or watching movies, you can go ahead and turn on that low latency. Of course, that will keep obviously the sound to a play option will be sound to play connectivity will be limited. All right, then you got your left and right balance adjustment. Let's go ahead and jump in here real quick because you don't see this on other apps. Where you can adjust the balance from one earbud to the next. All right, say for instance you're not able to hear, or you're having difficulty hearing out of your left ear. So what you do is you will slide it where it's mostly coming out of the left ear. You're getting more of a, not mostly, but it's a little bit more stronger sound coming out of the left ear as opposed to the right ear, just to make sure everybody is balanced. All right, same thing with the right ear. If you need more on the right as far to the left, you can do that. I do like the fact that this is in here because you don't find this option in a lot of earbud apps, which is a great, nice thought on behalf of Audio-Technica there. All right, now of course you got your side tone, which is more basically that way you can hear yourself when you're talking to someone on the phone, so it doesn't sound like you're loud, you're yelling on them because you have your earbuds in. Um, I always have this turned on. There's other ones that have that option. I know the AZ60s have that. I believe the Momentum 3s have it, I believe. And I think the Bose has it. I'm not sure. The QC2s, I think they have it as two. I can't recall, but either way, I do always have that option turned on, so we can always hear that. That way you're not yelling. And of course, you got the 360 audio, which is but just like with the XM4s, you have to sign in to this, and actually, it's based on uh, the music that you're listening to. Uh, it's not like the I guess it would be the Liberty 4s have it, the spatial audio where you can turn it on and it doesn't matter what you're listening to. You get that spatial audio feel. That option is not there. You would literally have to uh, sign in to this app and everything after you go in and do all the preliminary testing and everything. All right, and that is a quick walkthrough of a very detailed app for the ATH-TWX9s or X9s as I like to call them. Again, a very fleshed out app and look very useful. All right, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna come up and we'll do a mic test with these two, then follow it up with a sound test. So stay strapped in.
This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a semi-quiet location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Soundcore Liberty 4s in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a quiet location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a crowded location. This is a mic test with the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9 earbuds in a crowded location.
All right, we're back in. We got the Liberty 4s already paired up, so let's go ahead and jump into some music. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. All right. Again, just to be clear, rather, we're gonna go ahead and jump into their app just to make sure that nothing, to show you nothing has changed. No settings have changed at all, other than we'll go ahead and switch over to noise canceling. Okay. All right, let's go and take a look at custom. We're in custom. As you can see there, we no help whatsoever. This is strictly straight driver test to see how they sound naturally without any enhancements. All right. Just wanted to show you guys that before we got into it. All right, so first one up is we're gonna go ahead and do let's see where we at. You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead. Godzilla. Let's do it. Come on. There we go. Make sure I'm up at my preferred volume. All right. Very good. Nice bass. Nice sound. That bass is hitting. Very clear vocals on this one. So the mids and treble naturally are very nice. Whoops. Okay. Again, very clear vocals. I could hear every word. The bass hit. Um, it just sounded like it was the sound separation there was there, but it sounded good, but it just seemed like the bass, even though it hit, it just sounded like it was a little muffled. Like, you know what I mean? Um, but other than that, it was a really good sound. I like the fact that I was able to hear the vocals clearly. Oh, let me adjust. I bumped the mic. I bumped on my camera. Let me go ahead and adjust that back. All right. It's glad that I was able to hear it clearly, and it was just a really good sound. Let's go ahead and jump into an R&B song, or not an R&B song, but a different genre. It could be R&B. Who knows? Actually, you know what? Let's do it. We'll go ahead and jump into Janet Jackson. Let's go. All right. Again, got good beat from the kick drum. All right, now that's hitting. Okay. Very clean, very nice. I'm back here bobbing, of course. But this is a very nice sound. You got good sound separation. Just a really good sound. Yeah, these sound really good. It's just all right, let me get a little bit more in. You can definitely get the differential from the instruments in the background. Very clear vocals, nice and clean. Just a really good song there. It just sound really good, nice and clean. Um, just good. It was just good. All right. Let me go ahead and move on. We're gonna go ahead and join into actually, you know what? We're gonna do one more song. I normally do three, but this time I'm gonna do an extra one. Let's see. Let me go into my library. Come on now. Let me see. Where are we at? Yeah. Let me go into here. Let me find. Oh man. Let me find him. Where's he at? There he is. All right. Let's go with Lenny. Let's see. All right. Now this is what we're looking for. Nice background. Got some drums, guitar, great separation. Vocals are clean. I like it. All right, very clean sound. You got that feel that you had that feel that you're in the studio with them. It's just a really good sound. Uh, the Liberty Fours definitely come to play when it comes to their audio. Uh, just a really good sound. I really can't pick too much I didn't like about that sound, especially when you got into the Lenny Kravitz song. Can't really pick too much out of that one that I didn't like. So you got good sound separation. You can tell, you can identify the instruments playing in the background, and you know you got it where some guitar where you can hear if it's on your left, you heard it on the left. If it was on your right, you heard it on the right. It was really nicely done. All right, let's go ahead and back up out of there. Go back into the library again. Actually, let's go home and with Kenny G. Going home. Let's go. All right. Again, very nice. Nice, clean sound. You, it's wide open. Sound separation is nice. Just a warm sound here. I like it. Very clean lead saxophone rather, not vocals, lead saxophone. Just a nice sound. All right. Just I had to cut it there because I could listen to that all night. All right, so it's a very clean sound. Uh really good. Again, these earbuds came to play. There's you know the reason like they're one of my favorites. But it's just a really nice, clean overall sound, and everything was up front, so it wasn't nothing fell to the back in that as into to the advantage of another thing. Say for instance, the bass didn't fall to the back for the treble and mids to stand out, or vice versa. Everything was right there in front. Very good sound. All right. I'm gonna save the rest for my final thoughts. But what we're gonna do next is we're gonna go ahead and get these swapped out, and we're gonna hit the X9s on here and see how they do. Stay strapped in. All right, we're back in. We got the X9s already paired up. Let's go ahead and jump into some music. All right, we're gonna start off with Janet. All right. But first, before we do that, let's go ahead and jump into the app just to make sure that nothing else is on there. We're gonna clear that out. All right, let's go ahead and just so I can show to you guys that the settings are the same. We can go into equalizer here. As you can see, all zeroed out. So there's nothing but the strength of the drivers that we'll be testing against and see how they do. All right. So let's go ahead and get out of there. And Let's jump into the Janet Jackson. Let's go. All right. I think we were here. All right, we were here. All right. Okay. Full disclosure, before I leave, full disclosure, I did experience some sound issue. Like it went from like one thing, it went like really low, and then I went up to it. It was some kind of discrepancy in the audio, so I did a factory reset of the earbuds just to get them back to where they were, and they're working fine now. I don't know, it might have been a one-off with mine, but I just wanted to put that out there as a to be fully transparent with you guys when it comes to these testings and everything. So let's continue. All right, we got good bass. All right, it's sounding really nice. Let's make sure we had our proper setting. All right, we're there. Okay. Nice. Really nice. Man, these things sound amazing. All right. Vocals are crystal clear. It's got that the nice bounce to it. It's a very good sound. All right. It just sounds really good on these. Very nice and loud enough. Just really, really good, man. These guys are coming to play today. All right, let's move this out the way. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna jump back in. Next up, where did we go before? Yes, we went into Godzilla. That's right. So let's go ahead and get in there. Next up. All right, here we go. Woo. Okay, bass is okay. Nice. Okay. Let's see this bass drop. Okay. All right, we got a battle here. Bass is hitting. Again, vocals are crystal clear. Okay, vocals are crystal clear. Man, these they sound really good. The bass hits. I will give it to the Liberty Fours. It has a little bit more of a punch to it. But the bass definitely hits on these guys. They definitely hit naturally. Um, man, that the vocals crystal clear, crystal clear. Just, I mean, you got good sound separation and everything else. Uh, but I'm just just surprised at how clear the vocals are on these songs, especially with Eminem's this one here because he can get that real fast rap in, and it's kind of hard to understand him if you're not paying attention. But with that crystal clear sound of vocals, you can pick it up really good. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into. We were already there. Let's go ahead. Where's my man at? We gotta go back in. He's not here. All right, let's go into the library. Lenny. Let's go ahead, Lenny Kravitz. All right, again, let's go. Okay. Okay. These all right. Nice sound. Great separation. The vocals are just killing me here. They're so crystal clear, man. Very crisp. Again, you got great sound separation. Man, and it sounds like just a really good overall sound to them. Just so good. It just sounds like you're in the studio with them, or and you're just getting a private performance or something. It just sounds really good. All right, let's go ahead and back out of there. Let's go ahead, Kenny G. Let's see. Oh, just already, it just comes off really nice. Just a nice warm sound. and that lead saxophone is sounding really crisp. This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be tough. Just a great sound, man. Just a really, really great sound. You got great separation from your background instruments. Man, and that lead saxophone is so sharp right here. So sharp. All right. I could listen to that all day. It's such a sharp sound. It sounds so good. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. All right, again, real quick, great sound separation. You can hear, you can tell that you can definitely hear all the instruments. You can tell which ones is playing, which ones are. Uh, you can pick them out basically out of the background instruments, and it's spacious. So it's you feel like I said, with like in the Lenny Kravitz song or the Janet Jackson song. If there's an instrument on your left, you hear it in the left area. If it's on the right, you hear it in the right area. If it's right in front of you, you hear it there. Just great overall sound. This is going to be tough. All right, so what I want to do is I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. I'm gonna come back with my final thoughts. So stay strapped in. All right, we're back in with my final thoughts. Both earbuds came to play here in the Gauntlet Series as it continues for the Audio-Technica ATH-TWX9s, and their opponent in this episode in this round is the Soundcore Liberty 4s. And I have to admit, this is going to be a tough one because they both sound extremely good. All right. However, uh, as far as bass goes, I have to give it to the Soundcore Liberty 4s. The the X9s have good bass, but it punches more with the Liberty 4s. It gives you a little bit more punch with it. As far as the mids and highs, I'll definitely give it to the X9s. They just sound so crisp, so clean. The Liberty Fours, they do sound they sound clean, but just not as crisp, not as sharp as the X9s do on theirs. Now, remind you again. Let me remind you guys, this is just the natural drivers, how they sound out of the box, no EQ adjustments, of the sort. Okay, we're not. And a lot of people said they question, why would I do this without utilizing the equalizer and everything, because everybody's equalizer settings are not the same. So the only way you can get a fair comparison is if you eliminate that from the equation and you go one to one. How does your driver sound right out of the box as opposed to how does your driver sound right out of the box? That's why I do it. It just seems to be the most fair way to do it. Let us continue. All right. So in a pinch, what if I had to choose which one to go with in a pinch? If I had to, because we're only talking sound, we're not talking all the extras that come along with it, although both of them are packed to the gills with special features and stuff. All right. But if I'm going with just pure sound, if I'm going to go with the X9s on this one. I just think I can get a better sound out of these, uh, especially if I'm using my EQ, but just naturally, uh, with that how clean and how crisp and how sharp they're all the mids and treble is when you're listening to the songs. And then of course the bass is there. Is like I said, it's not as punchy as the Liberty Fours, but you get enough. And then you add your own personal touch to it. Oh, these are only get better in my opinion. Now this is my opinion. Some of you guys might disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. I want to hear from you. Leave it in the comments. We can have that discussion. I look forward to it. But as far as I'm concerned, I will have to go with the X9s here as far as my choice of which one to go with. Uh, as far as if I had to choose just one. Now, again, do not take anything away from the Liberty Fours. These are in like my top 10. I think maybe in my top 5 as my favorite earbuds that I like to listen to. So, you know, that list is very exclusive to me. So definitely do not take anything away from them. That tells you exactly how good these guys can be, or are, and they can be with the EQ on it. But naturally, these guys are just great, in my opinion. A lot of people might not agree, but like I said again, do not take anything away from the Liberty Fours. They will still be in my top 5, if not my top 10. I don't see them dropping out of my top 5, to be honest with you. I just think these guys are just really good earbuds, but they ran up against a beast in the X9s. All right. Again, this has been the Gauntlet Series as it rolls on for the Audio-Technica's ATH-TWX9 earbuds. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the like button. If you, excuse me, if you want to join me on this journey, uh, as you can see, we get some of the newer ones out. Sometimes we review and unbox some earbuds that no one looks at. Sometimes we get ones that everybody looks at, but we also have a lot of fun here. Just go ahead and hit subscribe button and then hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when earbuds or when videos come out. Okay, and you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ron on Tech. I usually leave a little message out there when I'm about to drop a video for these guys, especially like an unboxing or anything of that nature. Okay, and again, I like to say thanks again for coming out and checking your boy out. And I can't wait to talk to you guys on the next one. If you got any comments or any other suggestions as to who you would like to see the Audio Technicas go head to head against, I got 2 more, maybe 3 more that I really want to have them go head to head with. I'm I'm gonna show you exactly how far I think I'm gonna have them do 3 more in this gauntlet, and then if there's anything out there that you want to see them go head to head against, go ahead and leave the message in the comment section, and I'll see what I can do to make that happen for you. Okay. Again, thanks for coming out and checking out your boy, and then I'll see you in the next one. X9s, got him again. Peace.